Hi, I'm Norman Liss, and the name of the program is The Way to Go. I love to talk about Westchester as being a wonderful place to visit, and so often we don't realize what is close at hand. And there are things that people come from all over the country and all over the world to this area, and yet the people who live here don't partake of all these wonders. Today we're going to talk about the people from all over the country and all over the world because my guest today is Georgia Kalayjian, who is the president of the Westchester Convention and Visitors Bureau. Georgia, I'm delighted that you could come here and join us today, and I have a question for you.
Sure.
In a few words, could you sum up what it is about Westchester County that offers so much as an attraction for people?
You know, I think, Norman, it's the diversity in Westchester County. We attract all different types of people because there's so much to offer here. We offer 16,000 acres in parks for those that like to go, horseback riding and skating and hiking trails and biking. So we have the parks, but then we have the historical end of it, which is our beautiful famous estates, I guess I should say, from Lyndhurst, Sunnyside, Phillipsburg Manor, Kycut, which will be opening this year. We're really excited about. And then we go into our cultural aspect, which includes Caramore, that has the world-famous now music festival in the summer. So it basically has everything.
And it has a great appeal because much of the work that you do at the Convention and the Visitors Bureau is directed to people who are coming to this area from other places. Isn't that so? And does the proximity to New York work as an advantage or as a disadvantage for you?
New York, to be so close to New York works absolutely as an advantage. The Westchester Convention and Visitors Bureau, our goal is to attract large conventions into the area, as well as the day leisure guest and the motor coach industry. By our proximity to New York City, they get to stay in beautiful rolling hills with some of 4,000 first-class hotel rooms, and yet a private bus or even our Metro North train stations can have them into the city in 30 minutes, and they can go out for the evening, see, something down there, and then come back to the serenity of Westchester.
So that's an attraction.
Absolutely.
Do people who are here, in your experience, appreciate the fact that they have all this available to them? Or is it an education process?
I think it's an education process. I don't think it's they don't appreciate it. I just think that there is so much here that hasn't been told yet, and that is available, readily available, a lot of it at no charge. That's right here in Westchester for Westchester residents, as well as, the metro area.
So what happens? What's the process when people are coming? Who is it that plans conventions, for example? What are they called? Meeting planners? Is that what the term is?
It's meeting planners, yes, but there's several different markets. A couple of the markets we try to go after and tell them how wonderful Westchester is the State Association market. Many hundreds and hundreds of state associations in New York that really our location in the proximity to upstate New York, to Long Island, to New York City makes us a perfect place to hold their annual conventions. We also go into the New England area, the Boston Association market, as well as the Washington Association market for the big nationals.
There's a lot of literature available. You, as a matter of fact, have something called a meeting planner's guide, don't you? And what does that give to the people who are interested in coming here?
Well, I guess to explain that, Norman, I would want to start with what the Bureau can do for the meeting planner of any corporate company or an association, and that is they can call us and we're one-stop shopping. They can call us and say, boy, I'd love to come to Westchester. Here's what I have. Here's how many rooms I need. Give me the agenda. And basically, we do all the legwork for them. We send the lead to every hotel in Westchester. We collect all the information for them and the proposals and send it down in one neat package. And they get to, right there in front of them, get to choose from all our wonderful facilities we have.
And
so the meeting planner guide just helps them.
And the advantage, of course, is what you call one-stop shopping, means one source of information that then goes out to all the people who can provide them with information, right?
Correct. And also what it does is it makes it very price competitive. You know, every hotel or conference center is bidding on it, so it makes it, good competitive pricing.
And what sort of things do you send them?
Well, we have a wonderful meeting planner kit and meeting planner guide that will help them, show them all of our cultural attractions, our historical attractions, as well as all the hotels and accommodations in Westchester, as well as even small bed and breakfast. What is available recreationally. A lot of these conventions want to do something one night or 2 nights outside of the hotel. So we provide them with the parks information, with the historic attractions, with Playland Amusement Park, all of these things that, by a phone call they can have at their
As the viewers of this program are aware, we're constantly talking about the individual wonders of Westchester.
Right.
And there are so many things to do. And some of the people who are residents here, they may have friends who are coming for a stay, or maybe people who are going to be relocating to the area, and they ask them. So you're really a source for local residents as well, aren't you?
Absolutely. We have several things, and that's one of the calls we get a lot of. I'm having relatives visit. I'm relocating to Westchester, and we are a great source for that. We are affiliated with the Chamber of Commerce, so again, through the Chamber and the Bureau, they can pick up many details on Westchester, the demographics of Westchester that will help them.
There's a lot of literature that's available as well, isn't there, that cover different things that are scheduled at different times.
We offer, one is put out by the county, that is our calendar of events, and basically this is put out about 4 times a year. It's seasonal. For instance, right now we are distributing the spring calendar of events that includes January, February, and March, and it tells everything that's going on, all the special performing arts that are happening, the shows, things that are going on at the county center, as well as the county center itself puts out its own itinerary of what's going to happen in the next few months.
I have to tell you that that calendar is something that I receive regularly, and I mark it up. I go through it and I circle the dates of those things that interest me and put them into my own calendar as a tentative. And then when that time comes up, I look at it a week before and I say, this is a place I might like to go. So it kind of sets out all the things that are available. I think it's a wonderful thing to have, and it is available through your office.
Absolutely. It's a fantastic item to have. Along with that, I want to add that we do have produced 3 to 4 times a year a Fun Pack coupon booklet that is included with the calendar of events, and that's basically coupons that you redeem for anything from hotel discounts to restaurant discounts to some of our cultural attractions and the historic mansions that they can get in at half-price admission or whatever they offer. We do put these out through the Bureau. When you call and request the Fun Pack coupon booklet, we send that along with the calendar of events, and you're pretty set for the next few months in activities.
When I go to a new place, a new town, whether it be a big city or a small city, I always, sometimes in advance, will seek out the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Now, I'm not going to set up a convention or a meeting, but they are great sources, and they notify, as you say, all the members, and I get an enormous amount of literature. And when I go to a small town, I always ask at the first opportunity where they usually have a little stand somewhere, which is staffed by volunteers. And they've got all the literature from all the places, and even if you want to stay there, they have the accommodations, and you can make your choice from that.
I think you bring up a real interesting point. We almost wish more people did that. People don't exactly understand the concept when it says, like, Westchester Convention and Visitors Bureau. And that is what we're there for, to, like you just said, bring out all that information, say, here you go, anything you would like to do in our county, here it is. We've got it for you. So we are definitely a large source for information on anything you want to do in Westchester County.
Yeah, isn't it great when visitors come to this area? That's when you really see the places, because a lot of people don't go to them alone. But when they have a visitor, for instance, I almost always take people up to see the PepsiCo art,
Gardens,
the sculpture
yes.
up in the great gardens up there. To me, that's a highlight. I've been there many times, but I think that almost all the times that I go with people from out of town.
There's no question. What they say is the county you live in, you never see anything until a visitor comes in town. There's some truth to that.
But there's no reason for that, really.
Absolutely not.
Because I like to spend time during a holiday here in New York City, because all the tourists come here for visiting, and so many people leave town to go elsewhere.
Right.
So I find that they're the best times to see things, because all the people who live here have gone elsewhere to look for the wonders that are already here. And it is amazing, isn't it?
It really is, but it is true, and part of our job is to educate the residents of Westchester County just what we have here. A lot of great activities, children's activities, as well as adult, performing arts.
In the county center, which, of course, is a beautiful place. And
beautiful.
Certainly, New Year's Eve had a wonderful celebration.
That's right.
There are so many interesting shows that take place there, and they have a wide range, I think, of activities. And it's a beautiful place. It's certainly since it's been redone a few years
Right.
ago, it's a gorgeous place, and it has great facilities, doesn't it?
It has beautiful facilities. They have, I believe it's 47,000 square feet of space. They can, some of the shows that go in there, the famous baseball card shows, which attract thousands upon thousands, antique shows. At the holidays, they had a toy and train show, and it was really a big family attraction. So it's always nice to catch up to the county center and say, hey, what's going on? One number I might give out, Norman, for that is the Department of Parks and Recreation, which also they can find out about our 16,000 acres in parks. They can call 285-PARK, and they will send them all this literature as well as we have it.
And, of course, for those people who are seeing the show and are not in the 914 area, they should dial 914 before they dial that number.
That's correct.
Yeah. Now, we haven't touched, except in passing, on the hotels. Westchester has a great variety of hotels of all sizes. Are the facilities exceptional in any way?
I would say Westchester has wonderful and exceptional facilities. Having a hotel background myself, we are very blessed with the facilities we have. We have state-of-the-art conference centers and hotels, top brand hotels. The hotels we have, the Holiday Inn Crowne Plaza, Westchester Marriott Hotel, Rytown Hilton, Stouffer Westchester Hotel, and then we have a lot of the smaller, more intimate ones. 3 Ramadas, one in Armonk, Elmsford, and New Rochelle, as well as Holiday Inns in Yonkers. We also have, what's very nice is some beautiful conference centers. A lot of corporations are using conference centers, so we have the Doral Arrowwood, Thornwood Conference Center, which is new on the market for us, and the Terrytown House Conference Center. So just wonderful facilities, over 4,000 rooms.
I have some experience with some of those, particularly with weddings, and that's another area, I think, which is of great interest, is the fact that people who are planning weddings here certainly have the facilities to handle that sort of thing, because we talk about conferences and business meetings, but also for social events, they're really Great.
Yeah, weddings, bar mitzvahs, family reunions, anything like that. Hotels are wonderful. Obviously, you can house your guest right in the facility where the function is taking place, so that's a comfort to a lot of people. A lot of the places have beautiful gardens, that the ceremony could be outside or just a cocktail reception, and then move indoors. For those looking for unconventional sites, Hudson River Museum offers their facilities to do weddings. Caramore offers it. So there's a big selection for anybody that's ready to plan a wedding. Give us a call. We can definitely help them on that. And we also offer a wedding planning guide.
Too, as part of the service.
Yes.
That's interesting. I do want to remind our audience that I'm speaking today with Georgia Kalayjian, who is the president and chief operating officer of the Westchester Convention and Visitors Bureau. And we're talking about the facilities that are available in Westchester. Another point that you mentioned that I'd like to touch on a little more is the bus groups that come in here. Explain that a little bit. Where do people come from, and how are these bus tours arranged?
Several different ways. Obviously, there are a lot of tour operators. New York, it's something like 2.2 million visitors from Canada alone on motor coach. So one of our pushes is to bring that motor coach industry into Westchester, and that it's a perfect location. They can stay in Westchester, again, take day trips into the city without the hassles of the parking and some of the expenses that would be incurred. And just, again, they get to have the best of both worlds by having the city and then touring some of our wonderful sites here. Of course, we can't be beat for shopping either.
No, certainly have, and new facilities being built all the time right now, actually. Do you get a lot of international visitors, both bus groups and also from for business meetings?
We're finding that more and more, Norman. Japanese market has opened up here. Canadians, again, still seem to be a strong force. A lot of nationwide conventions. But when I say they're international, what generally happens is it may be an American-based company that brings in their international partners. So we get those through the contact of living in the United States.
Maybe we can help some of our viewers a little bit by telling them an easy way to plan a party, whether it be a wedding or a bar mitzvah. I know it's always, we talk about professional meeting planners. Well, they know because they've been doing this over and over again. But for many people, planning a large party for anywhere from 50 to 300, 400 guests is a once or twice in a lifetime event for them. And there are so many things to do. And we all see pictures of frantic mothers and distracted fathers who are involved with what's the best way to do it? I know you have a lot of experience in that direction. What's the best way? Where do you start, and what do you look for, and what do you have to know?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head in the sense that it's a very traumatic experience for a lot of people. They are not professional meeting planners, and they're expected to pull off a grand affair for 50 to 300, 400 people. And that's where a convention bureau, such as ourselves, can really take the burden off of the planner of the wedding or family reunion. And basically, again, they would call the bureau, tell them the specific date, times they prefer, number of sleeping rooms if they are going to have overnight guests, what kind of facility that they may be interested in, what kind of party they're interested in, and then we do the work for them. Basically, we send it out to every property that pertains to their request, gather all that information for them, and send it with our complete meeting plan or our wedding package planner. And send it to them. Here they have almost every option in front of them. The meeting or the wedding guide that I was talking about also lists photographers, bands, florists, limo companies. So that's why I say that still the wedding guide becomes important because it can help in all aspects of planning this day.
I've had some fortunately, some good experiences in that direction with the various places.
Yes.
And what I like is when you put yourself in the hands of an experienced person at a hotel or a meeting center. They have their own checklist that says, make sure that you cover this, 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 and this, and here are questions that you should ask yourself, and here is a timetable that you should work out, and you have to decide if you want to do this and you want to do that, and here's our experience, and this has worked well, and this has not worked well. I remember one situation where we were having a party, and the question, a simple question, what do you do for table decorations? Well, the person at the hotel said, let me give you someone who's very experienced at it. And all we had to do was show up, actually,
That's right.
and know that it was beautifully done. And of course, it's great to have someone who will take that responsibility and know what they're doing.
Absolutely. In these hotels, the salespeople are very, very educated in the social end of it, being the weddings, bar mitzvahs, family reunions, whatever. They really can give you every piece of information, and what's the best thing about them is what you said. They will remind you of things that you possibly have not thought of, and that's the hardest. You've got 100 things, that you want to cover to plan this, and they will make sure that you haven't missed anything to make sure your day is the perfect day.
We had an occasion to have an anniversary party where people
Yes.
came in from out of town. And through the help of people who experienced, we had a hotel where the people were put up, and then we took over one of the private boxes at the Westchester Broadway Theater, where we had a private room, and then
Beautiful.
when dinner was over, one wall lifted up, and you were in a box overlooking the stage for all of your guests. Now, there was people said that this was the most unique thing that they'd ever done, and it is unique, and it is rewarding, and it is just sufficiently sophisticated and yet not overpowering, so that people can do something that is different and memorable. And I think people want to do that when they're planning, and it has to. And normally when you have something that involves a large group of this, there are a lot of out-of-town people come in, and you do have to provide the facilities for them. How many people can you put up on the floor and in the spare bedroom? Actually,
Exactly.
is what it comes to. I do want to get back again to the facilities that are available, the places to go to. Do you have any favorites in Westchester?
Oh, can't do that. Love them all. I mean, I've visited most every site that Westchester has to offer. I can't say. I can just highlight some of them. I mean, they're beautiful, beautiful. Even if you look at St. Paul's Church in Mount Vernon, they have the Freedom Bell. The Freedom Bell was forged out of the same mold as the Liberty Bell. The only difference is we don't have the crack. And every July 4th, that bell rings. And that's just some of the facts that makes Westchester wonderful. The historic roots are strong.
I discovered that a few years ago. I was amazed that it existed. I didn't know, and I'd never been there. And it's just so historic, and so many things happened right around the corner. Actually, it's really great, really unbelievable. We talked about the fact that you're a central source and people should contact you, and we did give the number for the Parks Department,
Correct.
but we should give your number as well.
Definitely.
So that people can call you or give the number out to others who are coming into the area. What is the number that people should call to reach the Convention and Visitors Bureau?
You can reach the Convention and Visitors Bureau by dialing 914-948-0047. After office hours, we do have a recording. You can leave your name and address, and we still will send out the coupon book and the calendar of events.
Let's repeat the telephone number.
Okay, 914-948-0047.
And we'll put the telephone number up in the closing credits so that people
Great.
can write it down if they didn't have a pen handy at the moment.
Super.
So where do we go from here? Is Westchester expanding in terms of convention? I know that we've got a lot of hotels. We know that there is always the problem of the economy. There certainly isn't as much convention business as they used to be. Is there an upturn taking place, or are things improving?
Absolutely, it's improving. We're looking to have a good 94 and a wonderful, outstanding 1995. To give you an idea, in the 92-93 year, the Westchester Convention Bureau was responsible for bringing in 22,000 visitors into Westchester County. Just by Bureau efforts in making these things available, represented some $24 million in revenues for Westchester County, which you know and I know keeps the county vibrant and the things we have to offer as top-notch as they can be.
A lot of people don't realize the effect of convention business for the economy.
Right.
It certainly does produce not only jobs, but it certainly produces retail sales, and there's a lot of income that's produced by having the convention. It isn't just the people where the people stay or hold their meetings that benefit from all of this. How is the new shopping malls going to affect the viability and the effectiveness and the attraction of Westchester? We've certainly got a lot of new things going up in the area.
Shopping always affects an economy. I mean, people love to shop, and Westchester is just becoming top of the line in shopping, abilities, from everything from discount shops to our Galleria Mall with beautiful shops, the new Westchester Pavilion that is currently almost completed, and then Nordstrom's is coming in along with Saks, Neiman's, Bloomingdale's, and even in White Plains, you look at Mamaroneck Avenue that just has wonderful small boutiques. Jefferson Valley Mall in Yorktown Heights is wonderful. Cross County. So you name it, we've got it in Westchester, whatever you're looking for.
So in your book, the convention and visitors' future in Westchester, the outlook is very bright and growing and thriving and all is well. Would you say that?
I would definitely say that. And the Bureau's future is positive. We get a lot of support from the county and the Office of Tourism and in the state I Love New York funds. All are very supportive of this effort and realize the potential of new business that can be brought into Westchester, even from the Westchester residents themselves.
And on that uppish note, I want to thank you for being here today and being our guest and giving us an insight into what's happening in Westchester County as far as visitors are concerned. My guest today has been Georgia Kalayjian, who is the president of the Westchester Convention and Visitors Bureau. My name is Norman Liss. The name of the program is The Way to Go. And until next week at the same time, enjoy yourself.